Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the new Tangle, Dahlly, from CZT Alyssa Herget. Oh, we had so much fun with this today. It's Thursday, which means it's Tangle Time Day. And we premiered this Tangle. And oh my gosh, how fun. Now, back in January, this might look familiar because back in January we premiered Dahlly Light, which, um, oh, and the story is on the For More Inspiration link, but it kind of looked like a snowflake, and I was doing winter snowflakes class, and Alyssa had shared this with me, and I had mentioned that, and so she came up with Dahlly Light, stopped it at step 6, and we continued kind of on the snowflake theme. But I wanted to make sure that we did Dahlly because it's more of a, it can take any direction you want, but it kind of is inspired by, yeah, the name is from Holly and Dahlias. So there we go. All right. And it's so neat. All right. I'm still reveling from the amazing fun that we had. This starts off with seed shapes in the center. And if you don't know what a seed shape is, and I'm just going to eyeball the center, and that's, make sure I'm not, okay, good. My tip looked like it was bent, and I'm like, oh no, oh no. I try to be careful with them. And just so if you know, if you're using these Micron O1s with this kind of a nib, it's best to have them straight up and down, which is why I try my best to make sure that you can see the tip and I keep it as straight up and down as I can. All right, so this starts off with some seed shapes, and that is just a curved line going one way, curved line going the other way. And I'm going to do mine north and south, and then I'm turning it because in this step out, Alyssa has us doing 6, but you can do whatever number you want. It's all good. And they also don't have to be the same length, apparently. All right, there we go. And then, now this, you can do this either way. I flipped the next 2 steps because I found it easier myself. And and that's what I'm going to do it. But on Alyssa's, it's doing a big curve line up here. I need to have like anchor points. So I'm going from one thing to the next. So if that helps you, great. If you'd rather do it the other way, great. Well, and actually, because this tangle is so neat in that you can leave some things out. So if you, for instance, well, here, let me do these, because maybe you don't want to have these lines. So looking at the overall pattern, and maybe you don't want to have these divisions, so you could just do these curved lines up above and leave it at that, because there's several. Let's see, because let's see, I guess it's step 8 where we add some straight lines in between some of the diamond shapes that we create, and you can leave them out. That way you'd have like this whole bit would be open for you to decorate however you want. Up to you. That's what's fun about Zentangle. And this pattern in particular. All right. Then on all of the tips, we're going to put little diamond shapes. And sometimes I'll do it this way where I start with the bottom 2 halves and then the top 2 like that. Or sometimes I do it, I'm brave enough to, I'm feeling confident enough, I should say, to do, that side in one stroke and then the other side in a stroke. Up to you, however you wish to do them. And I'll tell you now, if they end up wonky, don't worry about it. If they're different sizes, don't worry about it. There we go. And you can see how this could create kind of a snowflake. And let me show you really quick while we're talking about it. So this was from our snowflake class. So it was just a lot of fun. So we added some print tomps and other diamonds and things that made it look a little bit more snowflakey. So keep that in mind next winter if you're wanting to play with snowflakes. This is a great tangle for that. All right. Well, the next step is we're gonna do more diamonds. These ones are gonna fit in between here. And what makes it easy is to find the tip of your seed shape here, and I'm gonna do a curved line to that tip of that diamond, one over here, like so, and then I'm going to do my best to match it up above, like that. So I have, it looks like most of them are going to be bigger, and that's okay. What's fun about this, if you're good enough to be able to plan things like this out on purpose, you can have a lot of fun with it. I'm not that good. Whatever happens just usually happens, and you just go with it. Well, at least the first time, we'll say that. At least the first time. Then it's like, ooh, that's neat. And as long as you can remember what you did. But I found this plenty easy to just, have the curved lines, going to the ends of those diamonds, and then finish it off with a topper. And sometimes, okay, that's just going to go like that. I try to get them to meet. And some of that is called going slow and eyeballing as you go to try to get that curve line right in the center. This one will just be tall. There we go. It's all good. Whoops. It's all good. It works. All right. This is essentially it. But I will share with you that you can extend it out further. And where's my little... Here we go. Okay, we'll see if you can see. Oh, you can kind of see the colors. Oh, yay. Okay. When I was doing it during our session, my camera doesn't like to pick up some of the colors. So I started this, and I will scan this and put it... I might put it with my step outs. It'll be in the description section. But you can keep going from here if you wish to. And actually, if you take a look at the For More Inspiration link and scroll down to see Alyssa's samples, she has one like this where it covers the whole tile. And inside, she made it dark where this part ends, so that way you can maybe see what you would need to do. But really, all you're doing is you're going to put diamond. You continue with step 6, and you put diamonds on all of these tips. And that's essentially what you do. Depending, because if you have too wide of an area, maybe you want to put one in the middle. And if you want to do that, you could do what we did here, where we went from this seed shape right to those corners. You could do it similarly. Because if you put a diamond here, then you could do the same thing where you would start your diamond from that center, just as a thought. But the replay should hopefully be coming out tomorrow. If you subscribe to my blog, you will see them. If you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I hope that if you haven't already, please do. When I get them ready and post them, that's where I post them first, and then I put them on a blog post. And the blog post has the screenshots from the sessions, any of the close-up pictures that I have collected or that have been sent to me, and it's just really, really, really neat. So that is Dahlly. Now let me just share. I'm going to do a little bit different shading than I did on one from earlier, because I want to see what it would look like. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, on these, starting with these curve lines that we did, just putting some graphite on the outside. And we'll spread it out. And this is so fun because you could emphasize what, kind of like whatever your eyeballs are seeing. Because when you have stuff like this, the meta patterns show up, and sometimes we all see things just a little bit differently. So if you're seeing a pattern and you want to bring it out, just put the graphite on the outside of it, and that should do it. But see how that creates a neat layer. And I think I'm going to just do the outside because I don't have multiple layers to do. But let's just do the outside. And then hopefully that should pop that right off the page as well. And I'm trying to remember. It seemed like we had somebody that I don't know, added some graphite in a way that is like it made it look like a completely different tangle, and it was so neat. Now, some other things that you could do with this. Ooh, and you know what? I have an idea. I'm going to do it. I'm going to pause on that. So you can decorate the inside, so you can put little tangles in. But I am feeling the need to put my line dots right in the middle there because I need to. And look at what a difference that makes. And this is why I love the line dot. It's like, oh, that looks so cool. It just finishes it off. You know, you can add other orbs. You could put some textures in any of the sections. A lot of us found that it kind of has a stained glass look, and you know, and they colored it as such. You know, it's just so much fun. It's better than creating your own coloring book because you can put textures in. You get to decide. You know, I mean, you get to decide what you're doing. You know, if you're doing a coloring book anyway. But there's just something extra fun about this because you have created the pattern. All right. Oh, look at how neat that's looking. Ooh, cool. And you know, if you're a little shy with graphite, just take a chance. As my mom says, it's only a piece of paper. Now, I do argue with her on that because there is pressure. You know, some of us understand. If you understand what I mean, like, because I'll argue, I was like, well, no, it's not. It's really more than that. But I understand what you're trying to say. Oh, that's you know what I forgot an additional step here, and that was, and I'm going to do it now, which is so fun because you can do it afterwards. To put lines through all of these diamonds, and it's one of those you don't have to. You see what it looks like without, and now with. I think it looks kind of neat. And you know, I could have just put it on alternating ones if I wanted to as well. And I'm going to show you my sample work from today to give you some extra ideas on how on things that you can do with this. This I just wanted to kind of leave plain. And how neat. How neat. I don't even notice the place that I didn't like. Sometimes you just have to add the shading, and it's amazing. All right, I shared this already. And if you find a tangle that you have a challenge with, you could do this yourself. Just do every step in a different color. And you could always alternate the colors if you don't have that many. But sometimes it just helps to see what you've done. And that's why when we do our step outs, we're supposed to use red for what you do. Then that turns black in the next box. And red is always your action and what you're doing. And I find it really important to do that in step outs. And that's sometimes where, and I didn't do that for this one, but some others where I'll just clarify some points. Actually, this one we might, because sometimes we had trouble seeing step 7 because there's just so much going on. But anyway, so you saw the snowflake one. Well, this one doesn't have anything to it yet, but that was the beginnings. This one was fun. So similar to what I did here, except this one I did extend it further. And oh no, I don't have another one that I extended. And because I had made a oopsie, you can't see that oopsie because I decided to add some fancy fescues, and so you can't find it. I can barely find it, and so we don't worry about it, but we have fun. This one I started off with putting graphite on those initial posts that we made, the initial lines, and I took it all the way out, even though I didn't put a line in that outer row. But I wanted to at least extend the graphite, and then I said, "Oh, I should do it on the outsides to get some layers." So it was kind of neat to see what it looks like without with and without using those spokes. So that was fun. And then I wanted to work on black. This one I left out on purpose. Well, on purpose because I didn't, well, as I'm looking at it now, I could have made room. So in step 7, where we're coming from the seed shape, I only made the bottom of that diamond because I'm like, well, as big as I was making it, I was like, well, it's going to go off the page. And I was like, ugh. So I decided to do all of the interior first, and I liked how it looked, so I kept it that way. So you can leave pieces off. You can add things on and just have a lot of fun with this. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, would love to have a thumbs up or click the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, again, I would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I've already mentioned the description section, so you'll find step outs there, ways to connect with me if you wish. And if you want to take part in this fun, it's free classes I do every Thursday. I do 2 sessions. The information is on my website. We'd love to have you join us. I also have 1 Tuesday class a month that I do that's also free. The other ones are paid because I got to be able to afford pens and stuff like that. So, and electricity and whatnot. But would love to join us for this kind of fun. We'll take a tangle, maybe 2. Usually it's just 1, and we just explore it. Whatever you want to do with it is whatever you want to do with it, and then we see the amazing results afterwards. It's a really fun time. So hope you join us. Also, if you happen to be on Facebook, I have a link to my page there, so you can follow me. And then below that is a link to our amazing Tangle Addicts Facebook group. So you can, for camaraderie, just join in on the extra fun that we have there. And again, would love to have you join us. Know that there are, when you click to join, there are like 3 membership questions to gain entry. Just I want to make sure that you're aware of that. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.